quick, drop a like in this video in the next 5 seconds and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the year. Do you want a free gift or cosmetic from the item shop?
Yes.
Well, you're in luck as I'm now gifting new or old subscribers every day, so make sure to hit the big red button and also let me know in the comments your Epic Games ID so I can send you your free gift. And if you subscribe right now, you potentially could be our 1.7 millionth subscriber. Also, don't forget to use code FriendlyMachine in the item shop if you buy anything or gift anybody else, and let me know in the comments down below if you have done this so I can heart it to show my appreciation for supporting the channel. Every day that passes now on the lead up to our live event or Chapter 2 Season 3, there's going to be more surfacing leaks, whether real or fake, online regarding what's going to be included throughout these two things, either the live event or the next cinematic trailer. As I'm recording this video now, we happen to have hit our second stage of our Battle Pass HQ development to do with the Doomsday event, obviously with the first cable looking like this in its first stage and now this in the second stage. Many of you may be thinking, why is this important to mention when regarding the trailer or even showing it, which is what you clicked on the video for? Well, before we get into all of that and show the trailer itself in mention, you need to understand what happens in this live event, as ultimately it prepares a mini development to then occur or start in the final days after the live event happens, to then trigger a huge natural disaster in the next cinematic trailer for the upcoming season. Just in case you guys are new, obviously if you're not subscribed already, make sure to do so, but an example I usually give in my storyline related videos or regarding the next season and what's going to be shown in the cinematic trailer is what happened in Season 9. The mecha robot obviously harnessed the power of this Nexus orb, which ultimately gave him the upper hand in defeating the Polar Peak monster, but upon harnessing it, he could not then lock it down in the vault with the doors shut again, leaving it to destabilize above the Earth's crust, more so by the day, until it couldn't contain the energy in itself anymore and exploded in the next cinematic trailer for Season X. A lot of you guys, even if you already knew that, may have disregarded it or forgotten about this chain of events that occur leading into or through seasons, as we never saw a storyline related event last season, only the Star Wars collaboration. And how this applies now to our current season is because, well, despite us only being in stage 2, we know what developments are going to be made during this live event, and for the first time a different location of where it will be taking place, with its final stage also leaked moments before it occurs. Just make sure you're sticking around and watching the full video today, because despite all of this made sense of, before we take a look at the trailer that I've promised to show, we actually have a leak snippet potentially or supposedly from the official cinematic that I've basically recreated this cinematic around that you guys are going to be watching very shortly. With that said, diving straight into it, the first thing we ultimately need to mention is when the live event is going to be going down once all developments are made, and a timer is added counting down until this moment occurs. Typically, from the traits of every other season, we usually see live events occur on the last Saturday before the release of that next season we're anticipating, and in this case now, with the next season releasing on June 4th, 2020 as displayed on the Battle Pass itself, this leaves our last Saturday to land on the date of May 30th, 2020. It makes perfect sense for them to follow this trait again, as not only will it allow a short time period of 5 days for something small to develop, then expanded off of drastically in this next cinematic trailer, but also this then allows the seasonal update to occur on June 4th, but more specifically the day being a Thursday when seasons usually launch. In terms of what this live event will look like or where we'll be able to witness it from, it looks like the Doomsday device, obviously being the codename of this event Doomsday itself, is going to be in Midas's room, as not only are we seeing cable developments out here in the Battle Pass HQ, but also, as you can see in the lobby screen when going to select a game mode that data miners managed to pull into the game early, which will be future developments, and then even powered or charged up or started in Midas's room, as you can see the power cables directly surging through here. Data miners have also found in in the upcoming updates, and this may be already in the game at the time of you watching this video, Midas stood more so looking into the Doom Room rather than his own agent lair, as if he's going to activate this Doomsday device at any given moment. With so many innovations being made to Fortnite in terms of not only gameplay but our menus transitioning into Season 2, it wouldn't surprise me if a countdown timer like this that somebody made a concept of over on Reddit appeared above the Doomsday device, as it looks like light could be emitted from here, counting down until the exact moment of when Midas does push a button perhaps to activate the Doomsday device. So far in game though, our only Doomsday developments, despite obviously being in Stage 2 in the Battle Pass HQ or menu at the time of me recording this video, are these 5 vaults in a pentagonal pattern surrounding the agency under the water. Many people have theories about what's going to be happening here, as now we're starting to see, if we hover or glide over, light emitted from inside them, that perhaps all the light will emit out of the vault doors once opened and reach one point where the Doomsday device perhaps will be moved to, and so many other crazy things, such as it will be drained this lake or flooded furthermore from water either being pulled in or pushed out through these Doomsday hatches. Like I said though, those are all theories, but realistically could come true with the flooded theme of the next season that's expected to be the natural disaster shown in the next cinematic trailer. And speaking of the next cinematic trailer, we actually have a snippet on screen right now in very low quality. Perhaps they were in a rush to document some of this, as they could have been caught and got into trouble, of what supposedly was a certain snippet or part of the Chapter 2 Season 3 cinematic trailer. Because of this low quality, many of you may be thinking immediately this is fake. Well, actually the low quality in itself backs up the validity of this becoming true, or at least a part of the trailer, as it not only appeals to the flooded theme and underwater kind of aspect that was portrayed in the Travis Scott live event, or is set to be a forefront of Season 3, but also around this time every season, even leading into Chapter 2, we see leaks surface that are huge but get disregarded for either being revealed too early on or being too big of a reveal in itself of something major upcoming. For instance, the map, the new island itself, that people didn't believe at first was this Chapter 2 map, however it turned out to be nearly entirely accurate. Obviously the terrain is exactly the same, but some of the name locations were changed in terms of what they were called. Now with that said, with everything mentioned, and with you guys obviously being able to make up your own mind as to whether this is real or fake, I've managed to create my own Season 3 cinematic trailer, as real looking or as fitting to the theme of Season 3 as I possibly can, including all the events and developments or storyline related aspects, so I hope you all enjoy. What did you guys think of that? I'd really love to know, and before anybody starts commenting that wasn't the official trailer that you were expecting to see, I don't really know what to say, considering that never gets revealed or leaked early unless it's hours prior when downtime occurs for the next season releasing, with that leak then kind of being irrelevant considering as downtime lifts hours after then, we see it as we enter the game. One of the main interesting things I'll point out that I integrated into that is the use of this Jonesy scene where he happens to use a flare gun in order to knock down the battle bus into the water. Why this is interesting? Well, we haven't seen this Jonesy variant yet, and appeals more to the theme of this next season than any other prior around the time of this being created, when Fortnite Season 9 was the concurrent season with the Fortnite 2019 World Cup ongoing. This is because this area seems to be flooded, and the leaks we recently had surfaced, some of which have come true, being Party Royale and the blue phone booths, also included a new weapon, being a flare gun that we've already seen Epic Games add in this animation. Could Stranded Jonesy also be a Battle Pass skin foreshadowed in this particular Pro-Am animation that Epic Games declared had nothing to do with teasing anything upcoming? Yet could it have foreshadowed all of this way in the future, literally 4 seasons from it being created? I guess we're yet to know, but either way, if you enjoyed today's video or found it helpful or informative, don't forget to slap a like in it down below and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on. And with that said, hopefully I can recognise you in the comment section of my future videos to come, and I'm out. So have an amazing rest of your day or night wherever you are whenever you're watching. Have a good one, take it easy, and as always, peace.